bar for theatrical movies has only gotten higher over the last decade. And, you know, your film has to be a commentary on the human condition.
Judy!
I said, if we can scare them
Action.
and make them cry, we're gonna have a real winner.
Good, cut.
Charles is a horror nerd.
Okay, one more, just like sustained, like, goat sound or something.
Oh, we love it. He's very passionate about horror films. He knows his stuff.
Making a movie, guys. Making a movie.
I love making movies, and I always say that to the crew. I'm like, we're making a movie. We're in this business because we love movies, and like, how lucky are we to be doing this?
Great, great. One more just like that.
I really feel that these things are real.
Don't look at it! Don't look at it!
I feel that these things happen, and when you spend time with the families that it happened to, when you talk to them, they're not fabricating it. To them, it is 100% real.
Yeah, that's nice, great, creepy stillness. That's good.
There are things out there that we're not aware of, that we're not necessarily in touch with.
I was totally a skeptic. I was raised Catholic, but total skeptic that there's really this type of interaction until this movie. And it really was a two-part thing.
So you guys were kind of like the Ghostbusters.
We don't bust ghosts.
First of all, talking to the Smurls and the conviction of their story.
I thought that these type things only happen in movies. I wasn't really a true believer.
100%, I'm a believer after hearing their story.
The night of Heather's confirmation, in a matter of a split second, it came crashing down.
It's really interesting that the Smurl case is the one that we're using as the final story for The Last Rite, because the Smurl case is actually the very first story that I was familiar with in terms of the Warrens. It was a very important piece of the Warrens' legacy, and we felt that this story would be the perfect one to finish The Last Rites with.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. We hear you're the experts.
I was in a haunted house when I was in England, a 100% haunted house. Now, it's one of these old English houses that it doesn't even have an address, it has a name. And it was in a very nice neighborhood, and usually I would be in a small place because, you know, it's just me, but I was bringing my family, I got 2 little kids, and so we got this place that was a little bigger than what we needed. The old vicars would stay there. The vicars are basically English priests. When they came into town or when they were working at the church, they would live there. Over the course of staying there, my daughter thought she saw something, and she took a picture on her iPad. And I actually have the picture, but it's pretty dark and fuzzy, as you would imagine. And of course, being the skeptic that I was like, there's nothing in there. I don't see anything there. But she was like, can't you see it? There's someone, and it's standing there, and it looks like a priest. Looks like he has like something white around his neck, like a priest would. I don't know if she was getting spooked because, you know, we had just finished The Nun or kind of going with that, but I was like, sweetie, come on, there's nothing there. But she was convinced about it. One night, I hear voices. Listening, turn off the TV, and they're coming from around the house. And so naturally, I'm thinking, I'm getting robbed. Like, there's someone outside. So I was like turning off the lights, and I'm like trying to, and it's dark, you know, so like the glass becomes mirrors, and I'm just like trying to see like what's outside. I hear the voices, and they're not coming from outside. They're coming from upstairs. And I'm like, oh my God. I grab one of like the fireplace tools, and I'm like going up the stairs, and I'm like, if there's someone up there, I am running out of here. So I go upstairs, and I can hear the voices, and they're male voices. And it's 2 guys like talking to each other. And I am like so scared, but I just keep on going. And I go from one room to the next room, and there is no one there. I go to every single room in the house. And it's like this kind of really interesting built like 3-story house. You know, everything's kind of like at kind of weird Harry Potter English angles. So you're kind of like, you know, going through it. There is no one in the house. And then the voices stop.
I do believe in the paranormal. I believe in the occult. I try to treat everything with this with a lot of respect.
I loved Michael Shav's short film. That was his basically audition to get La Llorona. Here's a guy that really knows how to craft scares.
Imagine you're kind of doing that, but then in reverse.
What he's really grown into is a consummate filmmaker who not just can handle the scares, but the fact that he could tap into the emotional content of these screenplays and add to the emotional content of these screenplays. And that's what's really special about him.
It's exciting to see Shaft kind of grow with each subsequent film that he has made. We feel very lucky to have him on this movie with us and to see him focusing on all the right things. Part of the challenge for us is trying to come up with new things, new scares that we haven't quite seen before. And Shaft's really spent a lot of time thinking about that.
This is me. I think I'm holding my head because I'm either really excited with watching a performance or I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm probably like, what the hell do I do next? I mean, that might be it.
Here she goes, like, what do we have here, you know?
Whenever I'm watching a take, I really get into it. This is our mirror, and this is a shot from the finale. There was a lot of discussion of how we get this mirror running through that hallway chasing after the Warrens, and I pitched the idea of just putting it on a dolly. And so we just had it connected to this dolly, and we just rolled it through there, and we just kind of wiped out the dolly later. I thought it was a good way of doing it. It, of course, was super heavy because, you know, it's attached to the dolly, and it's not very maneuverable, but I think it gave the weight of the mirror. You wanted to feel like it was a freight train, you know, just kind of coming down at them. Originally, we were just gonna puppeteer it, which would have been faster, but wouldn't have had that kind of really solid feeling, and then Patrick wouldn't be able to fight against it, and it was a big to-do. It takes a lot to make a movie.
I think right now, we all feel like we've done a lot. People still feel good about the franchise. We wanted to walk away on our own terms, whilst everyone's still wanting more of it. Eventually, there'll be a want to want to come back. We'll see when that will be.